Hello and welcome to the EPROM 9. My computer's on downtime, so let's read you a little story. The Old Factory. Of course it's an extract, it's not the whole story, it's about halfway through. But the ending's kind of crap. 200 years ago, an evil monster straight from hell attacked a peaceful village. He came out of the fog and killed all the villagers, leaving nothing but total destruction and death. There were no survivors. The monster had wrapped her arms and legs. It had a dog's body with a wolf's head and was white. Can you imagine such a terrible monster? It had red snake eyes and a black nose. It was called, here's an incredibly original name, the Fog Monster. Today, an old abandoned silicon chip factory is on the village site. It stands after half of it was engulfed in flames by an unknown fire. But we do know this: it is still haunted by the villagers and the Fog Monster. One foggy morning, Ben and I decided to have another adventure. We packed our bags and were set off to the old factory. We rode on our bikes to where Ashford ended, and we stopped outside the rusty and forbidding gates of the factory. An old sign said, "Keep out!" We climbed the fence and hopped over the tubed top of it. Suddenly, it's meant to be inhumane, but spelling was not a good at the time, so we're set as it's originally meant to be. This has got human here. Inhumane scream came from the factory. What the hell was that? We said. We began to approach the factory with our hearts at full throttle, and the wind howled through the smashed windows like a wolf in the night. We entered the dark factory for another adventure. Inside were dark passages and corridors which went on until you could see no more. Ben gasped, "Wicked!" I said, "Let's smash something." "Okay," said Ben. Yee! We walked down one of the small dark passageways, pushing wires, lights and bits of ceiling out of the way when they swung in our faces. It's like a bit of a Tomb Raider death gauntlet. Whooshing, whooshing, ceiling tile of death. Right, where were we? So, suddenly, a dark figure passed at the end of the corridor. We began to get scared until I found a CCTV camera and pocketed it. The maze of hallways. Now hang on, I've gotten a bit lost. Suddenly we heard heavy breathing from behind us. We ran down the maze of hallways, and when we came to a dead end, we jumped through the glass doors and hid behind some machinery. We were in the room where the silicon chips were made. Right, there we are. I pulled out a torch and shone it at a swinging pipe. Then the pipe began to bend to look at us. We grabbed onto each other with our hearts racing like pistons in a car engine. The Fog Monster peered out the pipe with evil red eyes. Ben grabbed his BB gun and shot the monster in the eye. Pew, pew, pew! The monster cried out in pain and fell out the pipe. We ran deeper into the factory, where we would find out the mystery of the fire. As I said, they cut off the end, but the end's kind of crap, so you're not missing anything. And this was done by me when I was 14, back in school. The fun times. Published in this one back in, it does have a date on this somewhere. I don't know where. It was a compilation of sort of stories, and it's done for schools. There we go. Copyright contributors 2005. So yeah, it doesn't seem to claim copyright for itself, but rather to the people that actually wrote it. There you go. Little snippet of a story that I got published in the book back in school when I was 14. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.